AZAM is back.
Well, the world of animation has changed over the years, but now is the chance for artists who are interested in working in hand-drawn 2D animation to learn from the master himself.
We are talking about the director, Don Bluth, who you may know from classic animated films such as The Land Before Time and Anastasia. Fox 10 photojournalist Jesus Fadel got an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at this prestigious animation school right here in the Valley. Take a look.
It's certainly been a thrill and kind of an enormous, satisfaction to me after all the years of making movies.
Do you remember the way to the Great Valley?
And doing 2D animation and working with the big guys at Disney Studio.
Are you the owner of this small donkey?
So at my age right now, my main concern is there any way I can pass all the knowledge I have learned, pass it on to the younger generation so that the art form itself will continue to exist.
At age 87, legendary filmmaker Don Bluth is far from retirement. After decades of working as an animated film director and delivering some of the most memorable and beloved classics of the 80s and 90s.
Oh, I wish I had wings.
Maybe someday you will.
He is now embarked on the next chapter of his career, his own animation school, Don Bluth University, which operates out of Arizona, where he now lives.
Drawing, by the way, is the language of animation. And if you can't speak the language, then what you're trying to say gets garbled.
Don Bluth University offers a full year of online classes, all of which are taught by Don himself. Part of the curriculum includes students producing a short animated film and a full-week master class at the end of the school year, where students, some traveling from different parts of the world, get the chance to work with Bluth in person right here in the Valley.
Like it's almost like they're in the studio getting an animation assignment to do that's going to be cut into film. So Don gives them that feeling that they're actually in the studio working, but they're learning. So it's a great way for the next generation to learn how to animate.
Lavelle Lee, administrator of Don Bluth University, is a former student of Don's. Today, they're working together to ensure the survival of hand-drawn animation.
The animation's not like it used to be. You know, the old Walt Disney stuff like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Robin Hood, or even the 90s stuff like Lion King or Aladdin. You know, that stuff is going to get lost if no one is teaching anybody how to do that.
What Lee and his mentor both hope to achieve is for the art form to not get lost in a world now dominated by digital animation or artificial intelligence.
Because everything now is computers or you just use the mouse to move characters around on the screen. Well, what we teach here is hand-drawn pencil and paper animation the classical way by the master himself.
And learning from the master himself has proved to have been the recipe to success for many of Don Bluth University students.
I am a character layout artist currently working on The Simpsons for 20th Century Animation. So for me, this class was something that I very much needed. It pushed my career, it pushed my potential, it pushed me as a person to grow into someone who is stronger and more capable than I thought I was.
And we've got students who work for WB, Disney, or Disney Design Group, Paramount.
But according to Lee, not all students at Bluth University seek to work for a studio. Some have their own ambitions and dreams of doing their own children's book, comic book, or online series. The one thing, however, they all have in common is their passion for drawing the old way, just pencil and paper. And being taught by one of the world's most renowned artists is not something they take for granted.
I'm learning from Don, who learned from the 9 old men, who worked on Snow White and the 7 Dwarves 9 decades ago.
Derek Mann is not just a returning alumni taking the master class this year. He's also worked for Bluth in the past as a digital ink and painter in Bluth's last full-length feature, Titan AE, which was produced right here in Phoenix. He tells us learning and being taught directly from Don is an experience you simply won't get anywhere else.
So there's a passing of the torch of knowledge, and it's a lot of stuff that you don't find the lessons directly in books. And the stories of his experiences adds a lot of flavor to the lessons of animation.
So I would say If you want to be an animator or any of the arts, it takes lots of practice and lots of work. No one's going to just hand it to you and say, yes, here, go ahead and do it. I know you're awful. I know you can't do it very well, but we'll just give it to you. No, that's not going to happen. So you're going to have to study and you're going to have to practice. And practice is what makes you good.
Wow,
How
learning
cool.
from the boss. What an interesting story in life he has. Yeah.
So artists interested in taking Don Bluth's next course are encouraged to act fast when registering, as there are only 20 seats available per semester.
Yeah, learning from the best. Class begins next June. For more information on this and to see his full interview with Don Bluth, you can check it out at fox10phoenix.com.